GAC members. I'm Siew from Central Zone Saturday Night Service. Mother's Day is just around the corner. Blessed Mother's Day. We all know that a mother's love to her children is unconditional. A mother is willing to go through the labor pain to give birth to the children, then the sleepless night of feeding and changing napkins and all the tedious work of bringing up the children. A mother cares deeply for her children and is always putting her children's needs ahead of her own. Through mother's selfless love and sacrifice, we can have a glimpse into Christ's love for his children, for he said in Isaiah 49:15, "Can a mother forget the baby at her breast and have no compassion on the child she has born? Though she may forget, I will not forget you." Yes, God says, though a mother who loves her children so much may forget her children, he will not forget you. What a wonderful promise our Abba Father gives us. Mothers are always there to guide and to teach their children. We should be glad for having mothers. We should not forsake our mother's teaching, as what is said in Proverbs 1:8-9. "Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. They are a garland to grace your head and a chain to adorn your neck." How blessed are those who still have your mother around with you. Please listen to their advice and spend time with them. Even Jesus thought of his mother when he was nailed to the cross. He directed a disciple he loved to honor and take care of his mother. As mothers, we should start right with our children. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it." We have to teach our children to fear God and seek God's kingdom and his righteousness. Being mother is not an easy job, but thank God we can always ask for his wisdom to deal with our children. Every child is a blessing from God and also to help us to be a better person. I have two lovely sons. Although sometimes they really get to my nerves, Asher is not easy to handle. He's an ADHD kid, and as he grew up, the doctor gave him another diagnosis as having Asperger's syndrome. Theoretically, I know what I should do to handle him, but God gave me this practical test, which is tough. Yes, we always have a wrong concept that we are the ones who teach our children, but many times we forget that they are the ones who can also teach us. I tried to teach him, guide him, counsel him, and see to his special needs. It's not easy, and I remember for a few times I was so stressed out with him, career and family, that I cried and shouted inside the car while I was driving alone. I asked God, why is he so unfair to give me such a kid who was so difficult to handle? I'm angry with people who have no empathy on him. Thank God, his grace is always sufficient. Those difficult times has passed, although the future is still challenging, but I'm sure God will guide him till the end. Through this motherhood, God has taught me to accept my child as a perfect gift from him and not to compare him with other kids. I also learned my lesson to be humble, more patient, forgiving, and more reflective in what I do. God has also taught me not to rely on my own understanding, but to seek for his counsel. He will send timely help to us too. When Asher was in Form 3, he met a Christian professional counselor who is willing to help him all free of charge. He is still counseling Asher as to this day. God has molded me, and I'm also in a better position now to help those parents who have ADHD children. As for the second child, the lesson I learned was right from the time when I conceived him at the age of 41. I was considered a high-risk mother. The doctor advised me to take the test to check whether the baby was okay. Every time when I went for checking, I was told that the amniotic fluid was not enough to sustain him, and I would get a lecture from the gynae for refusing to take the test, which means that I need to abort the child if it has any defects. We just kept on praying and trusting God for his gift. Praise God. He was born as a healthy baby, and now he's pursuing his study at Ames University. Motherhood is not only challenging for us to see to our children's physical being, but also the emotional and the spiritual self. But thank God, we are not alone in this task of bringing up our children. God is our strength and He is with us. I would like to end this sharing with my favorite verse, Deuteronomy 31:6. He will never leave us nor forsake us. Praise unto the Lord. Have a blessed Mother's Day.